Hi everybody! I'm in San Jose right now at a conference for work, so that's exciting. I just got here a couple days ago and you can see my hotel room, which is kind of nice. Yeah, so the conference is just all about like 21st century lab technology and sustainable practices in labs and all that kind of stuff. So it's been pretty interesting so far. I've been to some sessions and it's been good, and just networking with people and everything like that. So it's been fun. But yesterday I had the afternoon off, so I decided to head over to San Francisco since it's pretty close. And I just spent a few hours there walking around randomly and taking a look at some of the sites. And I filmed some clips while I was there, so that's what this video is going to be, just a little tour of San Francisco with Jessica. Cool? Well, I hope you guys like it. Hey everybody, I'm walking around downtown San Francisco, and I don't really know where I'm going, but I'm just kind of walking and hoping I'm going in the right direction. There's like all sorts of tall buildings around me and stuff, and I don't know. So I've decided, since I don't really know anything about the city, I'm just going to walk around and just sort of like make up my own little stories for like what everything is and everything. So I figure it'll be like way more interesting that way, and I can like act like I know all about this place, and yeah, cool. So here we have the Tetris memorial statue. Unfortunately it was knocked over about 30 years ago because they accidentally hooked up the plumbing wrong, and all the water started to pour out all the pieces and it just kind of fell apart. But you can still really see the Tetris shapes all over, and I think you can actually go walking around. And before, you used to be able to control the shapes to make them fall, but I don't think that works anymore. And normally from up here, this is where you would do all the controlling. You could lower the all the blocks from here and everything. But look at all the damage the water has done by poor city planning. And here we have the San Francisco Clock Tower / train station. This was struck by lightning actually in 1955, and it hasn't worked since. It's been reading this time since then, and they haven't gotten around to fixing it because they don't have enough money. I find that the people in San Francisco are really friendly. Like, I've gotten in a few conversations with random people, and a few people on the street have just said that I'm really pretty or I'm beautiful or something, and it's really nice because in Vancouver people are kind of standoffish and they don't really talk to you when you're on the street, so it's kind of nice just to like, I don't know, have friendly people, and like I feel like I can go and like talk to people if I want. And I don't really feel that weird walking down the street talking to myself, but I mean, those people look at me kind of weird, but it's like, I'm in a different city, I don't really care. It's really crazy hot today too. Like, I can't believe how hot it is for being October 1st, because in Vancouver it's not nearly this warm, but I guess I'm way further south, so it makes sense. But it's just like so awesome because it was starting to get cold where I am, and it's just like totally like summer. Right here looks like a public parking lot. Not many people know this, but the Grateful Dead used to park here back in 1968. Wow, this is pretty crazy. There's a cliff in the middle of the city. Whoa, it got really dark there. There's just like a cliff basically, and then there's like a house or something on top of there. And well, I can't look up there, it keeps getting really dark, but wow, I've never seen a cliff in a city before. Now that is cool. Now I'm just on the pier, and you can see all this, whatever it is. And just up at the top of that hill, you can see a replica of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, though of course it hasn't started leaning yet. It's scheduled to start leaning after about another 20 years. It's going to start leaning a little bit, and then in a few hundred years it'll be just like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So that's the famous Alcatraz. Many tourists go to it every year, and they return safely. But did you know that this prison was actually originally a hotel? And they discovered that when the hotel guests wanted to leave, they couldn't, and they had to wait for a boat. And they decided, hey, this might be a good idea to turn to a prison. So they ripped down all the fancy wallpapers and stuff like that they had, and like took out all the nice like fancy beds and pools and everything, and then turned it all into a prison. And they had rooms like saunas and stuff, but they turned those into gas chambers so they could kill people. That's how they did the executions back in those days, in gas chambers, and that's like what the saunas and stuff that they turned that into. So that's just a little interesting fact for you. So I walked up a bunch of hills, and I was gonna show you guys Coit Tower. That's what that Leaning Tower of Pisa was. But I had to walk up a bunch more stairs, and it looks like it spirals around this big mountain thing, this big hill, and I don't really want to have to deal with that right now, because I still need to walk around a lot. I need to like walk back and like find where I'm supposed to catch the train to like get back to San Jose, and I don't want to bother walking that high, so I'm just gonna go back down. It's a pretty nice view from up here though. Doesn't look quite as good through the camera as it does in real life, but you know how it goes. Now I'm getting pretty hungry, but I can't find anywhere to eat, and because I don't know the city at all. I'm just walking around randomly, and I don't know what streets are gonna have lots of restaurants on them. So I'm just gonna walk down one and see what happens. And this is some church-like thing that I found, which is quite nice and large, which is the way I like my churches. I like my churches as big and wide as possible. Can't really get far enough back to even show it. That's how big this church is. And I'm back in my room after a full day of walking around. I just want to lie down on the bed. Like that. Oh my god, it was really fun. San Francisco was good. It was, I found that people are really friendly, and it was funny, like, after I had dinner, and I was taking the cab, I took a cab back, and he was, like, telling me, like, oh, I wish you were here another day, then, like, I could show you, like, the Golden Gate Bridge and stuff like that, and he's like saying, like, yeah, I'll take you around at, like, no charge and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, thanks for the offer, but I can't come back. And then, when I went to pay, I was gonna give him a tip, and then he, like, wouldn't take a tip, and just, like, made me pay, like, just the cab fare. So that was really nice, and I just found everybody there was really, really friendly, and yeah. I also went, to Castro Street, which is, like, the, sort of LGBT street, and it was cool. There's a lot more people around though, and I felt weirder walking around filming myself talking, so I didn't really do that as much. Well, I didn't really do that at all there, but and I also noticed that it was the LGBT street, but it seemed to be mainly focused on gay men, because a lot of, like, I went to quite a few stores and they were, like, only selling, like, male clothing, or it was like I went into like a porn store and they were only selling, like, porn with men in it, and I want to see porn with girls in it. So yeah, anyway, so I felt that was kind of weird. It was more like just like a gay street, not like a gay lesbian street, and I don't even know if transgender people are even welcome on that street. No, just joking. But yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna go to that conference tomorrow, I guess. What I have to do, what I came here for. So I'm just gonna go and get in the bath because my feet hurt from walking around all day. So anyway, thanks for watching my ridiculous ramblings about San Francisco that I just made up. And yeah, cool. See you later.